it's Ileana. So today I am going to be going over the remote viewing that I did recently of looking at remote viewing the range, one block site of the area. This remote viewing was done March 17th, 2025. This is a preliminary remote viewing. And what do I mean by the range? It is one of the block sections of the range, what Jacob Barber had talked about on the News Nation interview, where he discussed seeing exotic type of craft on the range, and where on the range sometimes crafts would be retrieved or brought to on parts of the range. This is only one block of the range because the range is huge. It's made up of quadrants of different areas in blocks of where things are done. So I saw this one particular block where exotic things are going on. And the range is in the US. It's in a desert site. It is somewhere near the Nevada weapons testing facility. It's in that block of area. It's a huge acreage of land, desert, that's divided into different quadrants and sections where things are tested, where things are developed, where mission parameters are done. So I'm going to just talk about the specific exotic section that I saw in the remote viewing. There's an energetic protective grid system all over the areas of the range where test flights of exotic crafts fly out from an underground site exit facility. And that's to the left, where two crafts are flying out from the exit of this kind of a triangular shaped object, which could be, it's a surface structure with an entrance where crafts fly out of, unconventional crafts, so you don't need a runway or a landing pad to launch these crafts out of this entrance to an underground facility. It's both an entrance point and an exit point. So it's where test flights of exotic crafts fly out from an underground site exit facility, but it's also an entrance point. Both an entrance point and exit point to the underground facility where new propulsion systems are designed and crafts are engineered. The energetic protection grid has waves of energy, creating a dome like no-fly zone above the area of the range where the test flights of exotic crafts are being conducted. Sound jamming towers located nearby, so there's also sound jamming towers to filter out sounds that shouldn't be heard and other things that shouldn't be seen. I think the energetic protection grid filters out things that shouldn't be seen in this quadrant of the range that has to do with exotic crafts being tested or being shot down. Because in this particular area of the range, it has that underground facility, which I think has R&D testing and development of exotic crafts, whether it's non-human origin or reverse engineered human man-made, possibly both. There are 4 helicopter pads situated within this particular area of the range where helicopters are flying in and out, patrolling sectors of the range, doing mission recoveries of retrieving crafts that the wave energy field system targets, etc. This is a block section of the range where exotic crafts and technologies are tested and implemented. There are many various quadrants of the range that have block sections divided for performing various tasks connected to weapons manufacturing, military prep, Skynet-type weapons arsenals being deployed as a type of a connected system of energetic weapons platforms deployed in outer space that use energy beam weapons to shoot down crafts above Earth orbit locations. This technology is connected to the range where it was first developed. So this is the first impression of what one of the exotic block sites on the range is. I got a flash sketch of this section, and basically what the activity is, a viewpoint of the activity happening in this area. So it's very interesting, and I saw helicopters, I saw this entrance point and exit point from this kind of triangular built section of the facility that goes into the underground site, whatever is underground their facility, but there's exotic crafts coming in and out of it. There's also conventional helicopters and 4 helicopter pads, jamming tower stations nearby. And this is just one section, large section of that range. There's many other quadrants. So this is a huge area. And this was a test remote viewing to see what the consciousness perception could pick up. And again, I don't know anything about the range. I don't know what goes on the range. I just know there's a lot of quadrants with specific sections that do specific types of things per protocol and parameters of testing, investigation, reconnaissance, development of crafts, exotic crafts, propulsion systems. Probably a lot of it is plasma-based and heavily connected to weapons systems like Skynet, lasers, scalar. There's like a whole net system above the Earth that shoots down crafts. Not just on Earth, but above the Earth as well. And it's interconnected. That's what I saw that's connected to this particular section of the range. Maybe the control system is there for that weaponry technology. And it's active and it's working, but it's very stealth mode, so you don't see actual weapon systems in space because it's energy based of how the shoot downs happen. It's energetic. It's like invisible lasers shooting down things in a net, in a quadrant square net above the Earth. That's what I saw, and it's connected to this range. So this is the initial remote viewing findings of this section of the range. I might do more with this. I might do more remote viewings on this, or I might not. But this was interesting because Jacob Barber, who served on a team doing crash site retrievals of crafts, human-made, reverse-engineered craft, and non-human-made reverse-engineered, like crafts that were later reverse-engineered. And he talked about this mysterious facility called the Range, somewhere out in the desert in the U.S., probably near the Nevada weapons testing facility. And there's a few Air Force bases out there, test sites, Nevada proving grounds. Near there probably is where this range is. And it's huge. It's huge blocks of land. It's like huge acreage. And it's all guarded, and you can't get onto the site unless you work for the military or you work for one of the aerospace companies like Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, and other aerospace companies that are in this industry. And I got the sense that Lockheed Martin is heavily invested in the range, that Lockheed Martin employees monitor the range or work on the range as contractors with people like Jake, who was a pilot there doing the retrievals of craft. So it's all interconnected together, that Lockheed Martin has an investment in the range, in that specific industry, or what the military does and what the aerospace companies do. So it's interconnected. That's the other part that I got from this remote viewing. So I wanted to share that information as preliminary of what I discovered here. And I think this is useful information to have as disclosure that this stuff does exist, and weird exotic craft technologies being experimented with here on Earth. These programs do exist. And it's important to investigate that and see what's out there. So in remote viewing, what you initially see as a flash sketch, that's what you put down, and the information that comes along with it. And it can be very preliminary, very beginning info that could turn into something more of an investigation in a bigger remote viewing project. Remote viewing is about exploring what's out there, what exists, what's been kept hidden from us, what's being discovered, uncovered, because we, the people, have the right to know what's out there and what advanced technologies are being used and how. So this is the beginning of that, I think, this discovery layer, and we are seeing the results of that.